Hello. Welcome to my channel. Doing unboxing, unwrapping, as you would say. This is an alternative ink for your printer. It's an alternative ink. It's cheaper. You can see, and I will show you the comparison of the bottles that I use for my printer, and these here are the cheaper version. Well, I'll compare the bottles. I already have them open. These aren't open. I will open these, and we'll compare the bottle, make sure it's the same, has the same hookups, and whether it would work or not. It says it will work on my printer, so it's for the Epson printers. And I will, let me get the bottles really quick here, and then we'll finish opening this. Okay, let's open this thing up. Go over the box. And basically, M yellow and sort of green, I guess you could say, green blue. In the back of the box, and refill ink. We gotta zoom in here if we can. Maybe it will tell you which ones are compatible with, maybe it won't. Okay. Alright, let's open this up. Let's do it. Now, it didn't come with black. A lot of times with the printers, they sell the black separate because they want to make more and more money. Remember, to make money off printers is not the printer itself. Yeah, they make money off the printer, but printers don't really cost that much for them to make, to mass produce. You think it would. You think that would be the most expensive part. No, it's the ink. They make money off of the ink because the printers won't last long, and you got to go buy more ink. Especially the dry ribbon ones, they are awful to get. That's why you want to get something that you can actually refill, because you don't want to keep buying printers over and over just to because it would be cheaper just to buy the printer with the cartridges and then discard the printer and just go get another printer that has the cartridges with it, because it costs just as much. That's how it is. That's how they were making their money. And so these are all three separate ones. Okay. And it comes with, I'm not sure what these are. I have no idea what those things are. And of course, there's nothing left in there. It comes with what, I have no idea what these are. Leave down in the comments what you think these are. These look like little cloths. Little cloths of some kind. Okay. Now it says 502 on it, and then I will show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get these lined up. That's what it comes with, and then I'll go over each one. As you can see, it says compatible with my computer. As long as this top is. Now, ink is usually the same most of the time. Okay, let me go ahead and we can cut these open. see if I did cut them open. Yes, I did. I did cut them open. Okay, here's one. And we'll compare them with the other ones. The ones that aren't the same number as these. Okay, get these out of the way. Okay. The ones that I have, the bottles are a little smaller, and I wanted to show you it. That's what it looks like. It says it was compatible with mine, but I'm not so sure now. These might be a tad bigger. But, alright, let's just go ahead and compare the yellow with the yellow. See, this is mine, 522, yellow, and this is a refill. This is bigger. I think this is a little bit bigger than this one. I think this is 60, I think. Okay, and let's take this top off and see if it's still compatible or not. Uh-oh, look at that. They're not compatible. Maybe you can still get them in there. Okay, the top, this piece right here, the circle is correct. It is the same as this one. The same roundness. But as far as this part goes, it's not the same, as you can see. But that's alright, because you can just pop the top off, these tops off, and I could just pour this into this one. But kind of a messy. I think that's probably why they gave these. I think they might have gave these as wipes or something. It could be filters. I'm not sure. It did not say. It did not say on the box what it is, and it come with instructions to determine what those are. So it's iffy. It's iffy because I have the 522 and this is the 502. Now it says it's compatible with mine, but look at that. I suppose if you tilt it and push on there, maybe these clips aren't required, but maybe these clips push it down for the tank to open it so that this will go in. But if all else fails, like I said, I can put this one in this one. And if you really look at the colors, the color is a little different. Of course, the bottle is different too. This is a little darker than this one is. Of course, that could just be because this is clearer than this. This is probably thicker. Maybe? Yeah, you can see how clear this bottle is compared to this bottle. So that's probably why. It's probably the same color. It's just this has got more of a white or milky tint to it. So maybe that's why. It looks the same to me. Yeah, it looks similar. Let's do another one. Let's get these back on here. The blue. As you can see, that mine has this spot here, and this doesn't have it at all on this one. I suppose if it would go up, it probably wouldn't be a problem. It looks, does that look like the same color to you? Looks a little lighter, but then again, this is darker than this one. But it is what it is, folks. Ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, all else fails, you run out of ink and you use these, you can just pour them in the bottle. The other bottle if you have to. It'd be kind of messy though. Be kind of inconvenience, but hey, why not? Okay, see how that is? And see how that is? Of course, this hasn't been popped open yet, so it's still not wet. This one's wet because I used part of it. But see how it has this on the end? I know I keep repeating it, but I'm just saying, I'm just sharing my knowledge with you. Yeah, it's probably not a problem. I don't think it'd be a problem. But like I said, if you had to, you could just pop open these tops and just pour this into this one. That's probably what I would do. Or, of course, this is extra long on there. As long as this right here, these teeth, doesn't like unlock the nozzle or the opening. If this has to engage to open it to add, and this doesn't have it, it's just not going to go in there. But you can just find out. You can just find out whether it goes in there or not by trying it, making the effort to do it, and see if it makes a mess or not. But maybe that's what these are for. Maybe this is for so you don't make a mess. Not really sure what these are, but they look about the same. Like I said, the plastic's different, so it's a little bit of more of a milky white color. It's not super clear through, and so that might be why it looks darker on mine down here than on here. Probably because it's a different plastic, possibly. This is a cheaper version, and it's just as liquidy. See, so I guess it's a 80% chance, 90% chance. That's right. It says for Epson printers. So, and it did have my number of the printer on in the listing. So I think that it will fit on there. It's just like I said, it does not have those little prongs or teeth there. And if you look real close, it looks like it might engage to open it for the tank, for this to go in. And like I said, if all else fails, you could pop this top off, and you could even put it on. Matter of fact, if you run out of this, you could pop the top off of this one, but this top on that one, and then just use this instead of trying to empty this one into this. It would save you from being messy. So I would make sure you have a towel handy. But I think that it's the same stuff. Then again, take a look at this. I'll show you something. You see how this is the yellow? Looks more like an orange. Take a look at this one. This one might not be the same. Take a look at that. That's the... See the difference in color? This one might not work in there. I mean, it is yellow, but with the tank, it has to be a certain shade, because remember, it's using kind of a mixture between two colors. So when it goes to print, that it can mix the colors together and change the color content of it. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure about that color. Of course, that could just look like that, though. Because it is kind of dark. If you look at it, it's kind of darker than what this is really bright white. I mean, yellow. But if you look down here, it is really dark. So that might just be because it dried that way. But this looks more like an orange, doesn't it? A yellow orange. That's a yellow. So, but like I said, it's probably because the bottles are more of a milky color. The only way you would know is if you tested it out. I would test it out first before I would put it in there. I'd make sure that it kind of matches. But if you, it's an alternative to buying, because if you buy the 3-pack, like this one, the 3, you're paying like $40 for just the 3 bottles. And then of course here's my black. And this one here is a separate. You got to buy the black separately for the Epson. So this here is regardless. This is black. Black is black. So there you go. That's my take on this. A little unboxing. I know it's kind of going long now in the video, but it is what it is. It's the same one, a C, and a C. So maybe it's, like I said, maybe it's just the bottle. It's a little bit more white or milky, not see-through as much. And you might be able to not be able to tell from the top either very well because. But does it seem like mine is more vibrant in the colors than this one? But like, see how they're a little bit different. But all right. Yeah, well, it's an alternative. It's an alternative, but I think the colors are a little off if you go by base this on the top part. But yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And moving on to the next video, everybody, you take care of yourselves. Stay vigilant. Who knows what's going to happen day to day. And the best you can, enjoy your life. Take it one day at a time. All right, moving on to the next video.